parachute Adams is the low-floating version of the classic Adams, invented by Leonard Halliday in 1922 and named for a friend, Charles Adams. I frequently use this fly as the point fly on a two-fly rig when I am using a difficult-to-see cripple or spinner as the terminal fly. Shown here in size 14 sitting next to mayflies, it also is an effective hi-viz midge pattern in sizes 18 or 20. When fishing midge patterns, the white post is particularly appreciated. The calf body hair post is both beautiful and easy to see on the water. Calf body hair can be tricky to work with. Fly Fish Food has a great comprehensive video on calf body hair in their Skill Builder series, number 37. I really like the segmentation and color variation that the goose biot brings to this version of the fly. This fly uses a combination of brown and grizzly hackle, which are wrapped simultaneously. On this fly, I tie the wing on first, and usually tie a bunch of them to allow time for the Zap-A-Gap that I use to lock the wing upright and in place, time to dry. The entire trick to this fly is getting a smooth taper on a reasonably thin body. For me, this means that I need to remember to use less hair than I typically think I should. The most important single step to getting the tapered body is cutting off the butt ends of the hair at a smooth angle. I add a small thread ball just above the curve of the hook, which will fan out the tailing fibers that I use for the tail when I lock them in tight to the ball. The spread tail helps the fly float better, and I think it looks more like a trailing shuck, which makes more sense than pretending like it looks like the 2 or 3 tails of a hatch-matching imitation. Biots come from either wing of the bird as mirror images of each other. One edge of the biot has raised fuzz, and the other is smooth, which means that if you tie with the fuzzy side forward, the covering wraps hide the fuzz and give a smooth body. If you tie the other way, you leave the fuzz exposed and get a body with a spiral, fuzzy ridge. I prefer to tie with the convex side up on the wraps, which means that when I want a smooth body, I look for biots with the notch on the right, as shown in this picture. This allows me to both tie with the convex side up and a smooth body. Here is a mistake. See how the hackle started with the dull side up and rolled over to have the dull side down? The more popular approach for parachute patterns is to tie them with the dull side up, so that the barbs tend to curve up, making it easier to tie off the feather and giving the fly a neater appearance. I am ambivalent on which side of the feather is up. I agree that it is prettier in the standard approach, but think that it looks more like the natural, with the dull side down, making the legs extend below the body as with the naturals.